Ep2-Doll. Welcome in or welcome back to the Monster Meadow. My name is Meadow, and today we will be unboxing doll number 2 in the Monster High Off-White Collaborative doll line. Now, before we break her free from the box, let me give you a short overview of this doll. Her name is Harmonie Ghoul. She is a Franken monster, so she has the same monster type as our beloved Frankie Stein. She was released on November 13th, 2023, and she has 3 pieces of outfit inspiration from what I could find. So the first is her tiered black and white checkered dress. It is the look number 36 from the Spring-Summer 2017 ready-to-wear runway. Her shoes, I could not find an exact actual product that matches what she is wearing, but I did find 2, and this seems to be a combination of that. Now, the closest match I could find was the Off-White collaboration with Jimmy Choo again, the Elizabeth 100 boots in red. That is the red leather calf boot that looks like it's in a plastic bag, which is what the doll is wearing. However, this doll's boots have writing on them. The boots read, well, one of them reads, "Not for walking," the other one reads, "Just for dancing." Now, I could not find any off-white boots that read those exact phrases, but I did find one that read something similar. It is from the Off-White For Walking boot line. It is a, again, red leather calf boot, but it reads For Walking. You know, it's just a line of boots. There are a bunch of different boots that read For Walking. I guess a play on the song, "These Boots Are Made for Walking." But of course this doll's, her boots aren't for walking. They're just for dancing. So I believe her boots are kind of a combination of those two, the Off-White Jimmy Choo Elizabeth 100s and the Off-White For Walking red leather calf boots. Now the last piece is the accessory this doll comes with. She also comes with a burrow bag. It is very similar to Electra Melodies. However, Electra Melodies is the Burrow 22. It has a leather strap, and it is like a purse with a flap. This doll's bag is the Burrow 20 zipped shoulder bag. It does not have a strap. It has a chain. And this purse doesn't have a flap, it just zips at the top. So, that. This doll is also wearing some earrings that have the Off-White logo, but I couldn't find a real-life example of that. I may do some digging and editing and put it on the screen if I can find it. But yeah, the Spring-Summer runway 2017 runway look number 36 is her dress. It does not have a name. It is a tiered, floor-length, black and white checkered gown. It's kind of sheer, too. It is styled with what seems to be a combination of the Off-White Jimmy Choo Elizabeth 100 boot as with the Off-White For Walking in red. Seems like a collaboration of that. And the Burrow 20 zipped shoulder bag. So that is what she is wearing. Now, a short little biography of her. A vision on the dance floor, this freakish fashion monster stuns in a sheer floor-length dress. Harmonie Ghoul dresses how she feels, and tonight, she's voltageous. So there is just a short overview of Miss Harmonie Ghoul. Now let's break her out of her box. Again, she is packaged just like Electra Melody. The bottom styrofoam is stuck in the box. I'll get that out later when I break it down. Top styrofoam. There goes the instructions. Again, these dolls come with instructions as to how to unbox them. And it looks like the doll silhouette in the instructions matches the actual silhouette of the dolls, which is nice. I know a lot of toys that come with instructions don't match the silhouette to what you're getting, but this also isn't a toy. Well, it is, but it's not for children. It even says that on the bottom of the box. It's not for children. At least not for children under 14. We'll set the instructions aside. Unwrap the tissue paper. Now again, the little icons and brand names on the box look like they are metal, but they are just a metallic resin, and they come with a piece of protective sticky plastic over them. If I can get this one off. Okay. Monster High, Off-White, and then the brand icons, the Monster High Skillet and the Off-White X. Top of the box. Apparently the box is like this, so that if you display the doll with this on, it's kind of a mysterious look. It really just highlights pieces of the outfit instead of showing you the entire doll. It highlights just bits and pieces of it. Okay, here is the certificate of authentication. Mattel Creation Certificate of Authenticity. Monster High X Off-White. This certifies that your Monster High X Off-White doll materialized through the collaborative efforts of the designers and artists at Mattel. We'll set that aside so I don't lose it. Take the tissue paper off the top of the box. Okay. So we've slid the cover off. Now we slide the doll out of the base. Just like that. Again, here is the base. This is doll number 2. This product is intended for adult collectors and is not intended for children under 14 years of age. It comes with a doll stand, and a COA. And again, model number HNV20. I was looking last night, and I believe this doll might be finally out of stock. But I believe these do come in and out of stock. However, considering this is a collaboration with a luxury brand, it might be out of stock for good, because this is 2025. This doll was released in November 2023, so almost a full 2 years ago. So they might be just completely going out of stock now. So if you want these dolls, run, don't walk, because luxury designer things do not last. Okay, now we slip the plastic cover off. Again, there's just 2 holes in the side for plastic tabs to hold the plastic in place. And again, this is just doll box plastic. I would have preferred like an acrylic resin or a plexiglass because this is a $150 doll. But oh well. Okay, now we open this bit of plastic holding her in place and cut her out. Just like Harmonie, just like Electromelody, Harmonie Ghoul's waist is held in place with a black ribbon. The only plastic tea ties I can see are in her head. I really wish they would stop doing this, especially with collector dolls. Why do we need to put plastic tea ties in their heads? If you're going to put a ribbon around her waist, put it around her neck, too. Not only does it look cute, but there's no plastic puncturing her head that we have to carefully and meticulously cut out. Let's see. I don't see any rubber bands. Oh, yes, there is. One holding her arms to the plastic. It is a black elastic, just like Electromelody had, holding her sunglasses in place. But of course, it's overlapping with the ribbon, so I have to try to cut the ribbon and the ribbon only so I can salvage the rubber band. Because you all know I like to keep the rubber bands. Success, black ribbon. Now to free her arms. Here is the black elastic rubber band. I will set that aside. Now to cut her head out. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Looks like there are teeny tiny microscopic plastic tea ties holding her dress to the plastic. Why? I really hope that does not put holes in the dress. But there were teeny tiny plastic tea ties holding both sides of the dress to the plastic. Why are we putting tea ties in fabric? It puts holes in the fabric. And this is a very, very thin material. No matter how small of a tea tie you put into the plastic, it will still leave a hole. And this is a $150 collector doll. Get the plastic out. Okay. Now, there's also a clear rubber band holding her feet to the bottom of the stand. Let's see if I can get this off. band. Now, because she is wearing a dress, she does come with a saddle stand. I know a lot of people don't like them because the doll can never sit securely on the stand. Oh my goodness. However, if you are having trouble keeping them on their saddle stands, you can always rubber band them either around the ankles or around the thighs to the saddle, and it should keep them on. Harmonie Ghoul actually comes already rubber banded to her stand around her knees, it seems. So that's good. Sorry, I'm trying to get this rubber band off of the base of the stand. She came with a large one tying her feet to the base. And you all know how I am about these rubber bands. But it seems like it might just be stuck. I may have to cut it, which sucks. I also just don't want to remove the stand from the bottom of the box because I like that it's secured. Okay. Oh, this is gonna hurt. We are cutting the rubber band. That hurt. The rubber band didn't hurt me. It hurts that I had to cut a rubber band. Because as a collector, these are extremely useful. That makes me sad. Reduce, reuse, recycle, y'all. Please. Okay. Let me get this. Again, the acrylic case over the accessory is just held on by clear pieces of circular tape. Again, I really wish the actual cover for the doll was this acrylic material. It would be a lot nicer. Okay, let me free the purse. I may have to go let my dog in. It sounds like she's barking. So here is a look at the Burrow 20, not 22. This one has a gold chain as a strap instead of a leather strap. It does have like the Swiss cheese material, but this one has a little tiny zipper on the top. You probably can't see it that well, but it's a zipper. It's not a flap. Kind of sad that they didn't paint the zipper. This is a Again, $150 doll. And then, of course, it has the keychain. This, I looked it up. I believe it's like a keychain Off-White sells. It's supposed to be like a zip tie. The actual human-sized one reads like Off-White zip tie, in quotation marks, as they do. And then 2013. But then we also have a red Off-White logo and a gold Monster High Skillet. And that's her purse. And both the base of the stand and the pedestal the purse sits on is a plastic material, unlike the box, which is cardboard. I wish the base of the box was the same material as the stand and pedestal. It would just have a much nicer feeling to it than the cardboard. Let me put the purse back on its stand. Again, here is the acrylic. Now here is Miss Harmonie Ghoul. She is a Franken-monster again, but instead of a bolt through her neck, she has a giant nail. And then here are the Off-White earrings. She has, looks like metallic silver freckles across her nose and cheeks. She does have heterochromia like Frankie, but instead, I believe Frankie's is green and blue. I don't know. I haven't looked at Frankie's face in a while. But this doll has brown and blue. Her hair is 2 different shades of green with some black lowlights. Her hair almost mimics Operetta's victory rolls, but they are a little flat. And then her hair is like curled up into a mock bun in the back. It's not an actual bun, it's just curled to look like it. And then she has a black lip. Her hair is like a sea moss mixed with a deep forest green. Again, here is the tiered dress, runway look number 7 from the 2017 Spring Summer Ready to Wear fashion show. It is sheer, as you can see, and it is kind of a stretchy material. I don't want to say ruched, because ruching is with a stitch. This, it might be ruched, but I'm not confident on that. But yeah, the dress has it has ruffles to mimic the tiers. It just has Velcro strip in the back. Let me fix the bottom of it. That's driving me crazy. And then here are the Elizabeth 100s. However, they read, again, not for walking, just for dancing. And here you can see she is rubber banded to the saddle stand. I didn't want to take it off because I'm just going to do that anyway. Under the sleeves, the puff bell sleeve, is a little bit of white mesh. You probably can't see it that well. But yeah. I do like this dress, although not for myself, for the doll. But yeah. That is Miss Harmonie Ghoul. Let me get her back in the box as I will be displaying her, and I will be back with you guys. Okay, here is Miss Harmonie Ghoul as she will be displayed on my shelf. I have her looking off, posed with one hand on her hip, the other kind of reaching to touch the case holding her purse. And she is just looking off in sort of a regal way. I figured the dress with all of its tiers was kind of giving, I don't want to say Victorian, but like early 1900s, like industrial gilded age. That's what the look was kind of giving for me. So I have her posed in sort of a noble, regal, elegant way. And again, the dress is sheer, so you can see the color of the boots just peeking through. And then here is the top of the box. But yeah, that is Miss Harmonie Ghoul, ready to be displayed. Okay, here is Miss Harmonie Ghoul on her shelf. There is Electra Melody above her. And then here's a sneak peek at the next two. And then, of course, the aftermath of unboxing an Off-White doll. Not as big of a mess as the last one. However, that could also just be because the second piece of styrofoam is in there. But yeah, there she is. I cannot wait to unbox the next two. This shelf is going to look so cool. Okay, that is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and let me know. If you'd like to see more content between now and my next video, go check out my Instagram linked in the description down below. I try my best to stay active over there. Also linked in the description down below is my Momoa if you want to take a sneak peek at what's in the cabinet behind me or the shelves in front of me. Go check that out. Harmonie Ghoul herself is already posted over there. Go give that ghoul some love. Thank you all so much for watching. I can't wait to see you all in my next video. And remember, don't be afraid to be yourself.